Good morning, class. Welcome back to our science chapter food. Today we shall be completing and we will be seeing some more topics of food items. So let's get started. Until our last class, we saw about different types of minerals which are required for our healthy growth, right? Today we are going to see some more other uh, substances which we require apart from our normal vitamins and minerals. So let's talk about roughages first. What are roughages? Roughages is the fiber present in the food. Okay, they are roughages are nothing but the fibers. Okay, fiber substance of a food particle. Okay, sorry, food item. So in that, whatever fiber is present in the food, it we and from where do we get all these things? We get mainly from fruits, vegetables, pulses, and whole grains. So each food item or the food substances like fruits, vegetables, pulses, whichever I have said now, they have, apart from minerals, apart from few vitamins in them, we also have something called fiber. Fibers are considered as the roughages. Okay, they are considered as the roughages. So fibers basically do not provide us any nutrient. Okay, they are not some nutrition worth substances of a food, but they are the one which helps our body to get rid of undigested food. See, whenever we are eating food, why do we eat it? So that they provide energy to us, right? And we all are very much aware that whatever food item we consume, our body extracts the nutrients from it and supplies in the blood, and blood is supplied to all the part of the body, correct? So now the unwanted, the undigested food which gets accumulated in our body, right? Correct. We go for motions every day in the morning, so we pass out all the undigested food, correct? So to get rid of all those undigested food from the body, we also need some substances which helps us to get rid of it. And who helps us? It is the fiber which helps us, correct? So fiber does not provide us with any of the nutrients to our body, but yes, however, it helps our body to get rid of the undigested food item from our body. Also, it helps us to avoid overeating. Sometimes we do a lot of overeating, right? And our body. So if we have more of fibrous food, so we don't feel like overeating. Okay, with a small quantity of food, also our stomach gets filled, so we don't have to push in more food. Sometimes we like, even after eating a good amount of food, we still feel we have not had properly. Why? Because those food items are not rich enough in fibrous foods, correct? They are not rich in fiber. So if we don't have proper amount of fiber, so we feel like eating, we tend to eat more. So if we eat a good amount of fibrous food like from fruits and vegetable, our stomach, with a small amount of food also, our stomach gets filled, and we do not tend to do overeating and become plumpy up, right? So roughages is therefore a very important part of our food items. Now let's see one of the most essential part of our diet, which is as simple but as important, children. It is water. Yes. So I don't know how many of you know it, but children, our body, mostly 65 to 70% of body is made out of water only. We have water in our body. Around 65% of our body is having water, right? Water is, so that's why, so whenever we get dehydrated, see, whenever we go out in sun for playing outside, whenever we walk, whenever even we breathe also, the amount of water from our body comes out. We sweat, right? We sweat a lot, so the water from the body gets out of in the form of sweat, and we feel like drinking more of water. Why? Because we feel thirsty. We need, our body requires water. So water is an essential part of our body to which helps us to function properly. Water helps us in digestion of food, absorption of nutrients in our body. So whatever food item which we eat, right, it has to get digested. For that to get digested, we need water. Water helps our, whatever food we eat, water helps us to digest. So that's why whenever we eat food, after that we surely drink a glass of water, because it helps us to digest. Plus, whatever the nutrients are present in the food items, wow, how does they get absorbed to us? They get dissolved in the water, and also water helps us to absorb, to take the nutrients from the food. To take the nutrients from the food, water helps our body. Yes, and it also helps in throwing out of the out waste from our body. See, I'll tell you one thing, children. See, whenever you have food, right, and you don't take enough of water, so morning when you go for motions, you don't feel like going for motions much, and you feel very much painful. So so that's why we are always, the doctor asks us to drink a good amount of water, so that whatever the waste from our body can be thrown out of our body properly. Plus also, not just from the motions but the sweat, correct, whenever we are moving out in the sun, when we exercise a lot, so whatever the, you know, whatever our body needs to get detoxified, so that gets released from the sweat, right? So it cleansifies, the body gets clean with lots of water. That's why they say always drink minimum of 8 to 10 glass of water every single day. Because in doing lot many work, we do lot of work, we go for walk, we go for play, we do a lot of work which requires energy, and we sweat, amount of water from our body gets released outside, right, out, goes out of our body. So we should drink at least 8 to 10 glasses of water every single day. And there are many more benefits of having water. It keeps our stomach full, and it will not allow us to do overeating. Whenever we feel little hungry, also if we have a glass of water, our stomach is full and we are good to go further. And whenever we are moving out, whenever we are walking, whenever we feel like tired, some have a glass of water and you get re-energized. It is good for our skin, our health, so, and also from for our stomach, our intestine, correct. So have a good amount of water per day. Make sure you're drinking at least 8 to 10 glass. Okay. Now let's talk about balanced diet. See children, until now we read about vitamins, minerals, right? Proteins, carbohydrates, fats, everything we have studied. Now we studied about roughages, that's the fibers, and we studied about water. Now we know that we need to include everything in our food, right? Our plate should have a little bit of carbohydrates, little bit of fats, little bit of vitamins, minerals, everything, correct? How do we consume that? A plate, okay, I'm talking about, see, if you say I'll only eat fruits, I don't like to eat vegetables, is it going to help? Fruits are having few vitamins, but are we going to get minerals from that? Do we get carbohydrates from fruits? Do we get fats from food? No, right? Not. So for that, the complete food plate is called as a balanced diet. So what it is, different, see, why do we need to eat lots of balanced diet? Because different nutrients perform different functions, right? We have studied in our this chapter, right? Vitamin C has its own function, vitamin D has its own function, mineral has its own function, carbohydrates has its own function, they provide us energy, fats has its own functions, right? Every vitamin, minerals, carbohydrates, every nutrient has its own different functions, correct? So do we say only we will eat vitamin C because it gives immune system? What about our strength then? Correct, we need carbohydrates for that. And we say okay, we don't want fats, is it going to help us? We don't want minerals, is it going to help us? If we don't have roughages, how will we actually digest our food? Yes, how we get, if we don't have enough water, do we how can we get rid of our waste from our body, plus keep ourselves hydrated, right? So for that reason, we need a proper amalgamation of different food items in our body. Different nutrients perform different functions in our body and helps us to stay healthy. Plus, if at all, okay, if at all there is an absence of any nutrients, what will happen? Imagine I completely avoid green vegetables. I don't like vegetables. I don't eat vegetables only. I'll only go for pulses. I only go for dal rice, dal rice. There are children, right, who eat only dal rice and all. We don't want to eat any other things. Only people, children are there only who eat chapati, right? They don't like to eat vegetables. They don't like to eat fruits. So what will happen if we avoid such kind of things? We get deficiency diseases. What is deficiency? Deficiencies means loss of some uh, any of the nutrient. Maybe you're not eating fruits much. Maybe you do not eat vegetable much. So whatever the nutrients are present in those food items, in the vegetable, in the fruits, you will not get it, right? Your body, you will not get it. So for that reason, it is always considered that you have to have everything in a proper proportions. Otherwise, you'll start feeling headache in small age only. Nowadays, everybody, like in a small age only, you feel like body pain, you have headache, correct? You feel like stomach ache, you feel low energy, you don't feel like energy going outside and playing. If you go out in sun also, you feel like weak. Your body growth is not proper, correct? Your legs become little slimmer, you'll have a heavy tummy but slim body. Such kind of diseases you might face it. Your gum problem, your teeth problem, if you do not have milk. So there are children who don't like drinking milk, correct? If you don't have drink milk regularly, you'll have a weak bone, you'll have weak teeth. Yes, every now and then, nowadays small kids also, small babies are also, like for second third standard students are also getting toothache. Why? Because you don't have proper diet. So these kind of deficiency diseases you will face from. So all nutrients are not, as I said, all nutrients are not available in any one food item. Do you think rice has vitamins also inside that? No, rice has carbohydrates. Chapatis has vitamins and minerals? No, it has carbohydrates. Yes. So milk products like cheese and all, what do they have? They have calciums and proteins in that. Meat and all, what do you get from that? Do you get vitamins in that? Do you get carbohydrates from that? No, right? So all the nutrients are not present in one food item. Like rice is not having everything, vitamins, mineral, roughages, fibers, carbohydrates, fats. No, rice has its own nutrients. Vegetable has its own nutrients. So to fulfill that, what are we supposed to do it? We are supposed to have a balanced diet. Now let's take an example. Sugar. Yes, we like sugar, right? Sugar contains only carbohydrates. It does not have fats, right? It does not have fats, it does not have minerals, it does not have proteins. It has carbohydrates. So if you eat sugar, do you only want energy, carbohydrate? You don't want proteins for your proper muscle building. You don't require minerals. Yes. Also, fruits and vegetables, they have vitamins and minerals, but they do not have proteins and fats. Yes, for proteins and fats, what do you need to include? You need to include ghee, you need to include cottage cheese, your paneer, your milk for that, correct? So what happens is sometimes children in a habit of, they are in a habit of avoiding some food item. As I said, some students they don't like to, some children they don't like to eat green vegetables. Some students they don't like, some children they don't like to drink milk. Yes, some children don't like to eat chapati. Some children like to only eat rice, right? So what happens in that? Over years and years and years, when you grow up, a particular nutrient then remains missing from the diet, right? That particular, imagine you are avoiding fruits and vegetables. Yes, you're, so what you will be lacking with proteins and fats, right? So your energy level goes a little down. So what will happen? You will have weaker body. This affects the growth and also proper functioning of the body. Your body will not function properly. You will have improper functioning of the body. You might not grow properly, as I said earlier, correct? So that's the reason we should therefore always take a diet which contains all the nutrients in proper amount. It should always contain a good amount of roughages also, and also water. So what do we call for that? We call as a balanced diet. So your diet should have roti because it provides us carbohydrates. We should have little amount of ghee or paneer or any other things which provides us fats. Fats is also equally important, good fat, not excess. Anything in excess is harmful, children, but in a proper proportion, right? We should have vegetables also, because see, in a plate, I'll tell you one thing, children. In a plate, you should have everything. You should have carbohydrate also, you should have fats also, you should have proteins also, you should have roughages, fibers also, you should have water also, minerals also, correct? So minerals we get it from different food items. We need iodine, phosphorus, calcium, we get it from milk, correct? So when I say all these things, you just recall, and you are, okay, I'll give an activity a bit later, children. As of now, your food, your plate should have rice, chapati. What do we get from this? Carbohydrates, amount of ghee or butter, fish food. What do we get from this? We get fats, include fruits, we get vitamins and minerals, include vegetables, we get vitamins and minerals. Yes, and from those food, vegetables and what do you say, fruits, we also get fiber, correct? Also add salt. Salt provides us what? Iodine. Yes, we got iodine also. Once in a while, once in a day, make sure you have a glass of milk. It provides, it's a complete food in itself, right? It has all the nutrients available in different food items. So one glass of milk is a power packed food item, correct? So all these things should be there whenever you're sitting for a food. So whenever, next time onwards, children, whenever you're sitting for a meal, you just observe your plate, okay? Are you having vegetables? Are you having pulses, dal? One bowl of a dal is also necessary. One vegetable, pulses, roti, rice, milk, water, salad. So this becomes your complete balance diet. And you can change your choice of foods, right? One time one fruit, another time another fruit. Yes, such kind of diet wherein you have everything, not overeating, okay? Not overeating, in a proper portion. It doesn't mean that you should have carbohydrates more for energy. Doesn't mean that you eat five, six chapati and two plates of rice. No, everything should be in a proper limited portion, which how much your stomach feels full, that much you should eat it. So this kind of diet, a plate wherein everything whatever I have told is available, is called a balanced diet. And you know what, children, people need different amount of nutrients, correct, according to their age and work. A small baby, born baby, does it require lots of chapatis to it? No. You just compare whatever you eat. Do you eat the same amount of food what your parents eat it? No. Why? Because their age is elder to you, plus they work more than what you work. So as per their age and body requirement, plus type of the work which they do it, they require the nutrients, more or less nutrients. So when we are just at home, we are not having so much of exercise, we eat little less because we don't get exhausted. Our body energy, how much ever we need it, as per our age, we need. See, just try to compare your mother and father. Mother who is at home and father who goes out for work. Father eats little more extra. Why? Because his body needs little more energy, because he goes out for work. His body movement and body work, his activity is more than what, and when compared to mother who is at home, correct? Because of their age and their body and the activity which you do. Compare your smaller age then to your parents age, and then compare to the granny and grandpas, because they also eat less. Why? Because they don't go out much, their body required simple food. Yes. And for growing children, it is very important to have diet that contains more of proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. You children are growing children, right? You're going to grow big elder, correct? You're going to become like an elder. So what do you require for your body? You require more of protein rich foods. Make sure that you include, if you are a non-vegetarian, you include non-veg in your food. Eat lots of eggs, drink milk. For vegetarians, you can have more of soyas, cottage cheese, all those things. Include carbohydrates and fats, because a growing body needs these for their healthy growth and development. When compared to the old people who are not very active, do you see old people very active? No, they don't go for playing games, they just go for walk, they be at home, correct? So they need less energy because their body is not indulging in more activities. They mostly like to be at home, just be around. So they need less carbohydrates and fats. So that's the reason they prefer easily simple and digestible food, how much ever the body required. So with this, we come to an end of our chapter. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you take away. So next time onwards, whenever you're having a food, make sure that your plate is a balanced diet. You have carbohydrates in your plate. Every meal I'm talking about, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals, vitamin, roughages, water. So these are the items which should be in a small quantity. As I've said you, minerals, our body require minerals in a less amount, smaller proportion, correct? So with this, we finish our chapter, and with a new topic, we will meet in our next video. Until then, bye-bye.